What's up guys, JD43 here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Tachanka and if he's underrated or not. Now if you go on to rainbow6.ubi.com, you will see under community stats that he is at 3% for at least the PlayStation servers for Rainbow Six Siege. And you may be wondering why he is the least used operator, and that's because his gadget is very one-dimensional. There really isn't too much going on with it. For those of you who don't know, once again, he uses a mounted LMG, which is okay, but you are heavily exposed, especially in the head regions. And in this game, if your head is exposed, you're pretty much dead, since it is a one-shot headshot. He does have high armor. He has, I believe it's a level 3 armor, compared to his speed, which is a level 1. But for defense, I definitely rather have the extra armor than the actual speed, since obviously you most likely won't be running anywhere. Now for the Tachanka, I find it good to obviously stay next to the objective. It's not really meant to go out in a random part of the map, completely opposite of where the objective is, and to plant it. It's very, very good if you actually get a target in your line of sight. It does swivel from the point where you plant it around 180 degrees, so you won't get that necessarily 360, but you do have a lot of area that you can cover. It does also put down your enemies very, very quickly. It's like a 3 or 4 shot kill, which is very fast, and it does have that one-shot headshot too. So if you can snag a headshot, you're looking very good on your team. But I do find it pretty hard to actually deploy his mounted LMG. You need a lot of space, and most of the time in certain secure area or hostage game modes or maps, like, you have to place him almost in the middle of the room, which is not a good idea. I usually like staying towards the corners of rooms, which is the logical choice. But yeah, you put the LMG basically has to fit in the middle of the room, and on top of that, you are heavily exposed, which isn't the best idea out there. I find myself sometimes just literally running away from it because I hear a fuse or whatever, and I end up completely forgetting about his actual mounted LMG and just shooting people with my normal weapons, completely making this operator worthless in my opinion, and that's why he's not as useful. His gadget is very useful in only certain types of situations. If you know where an enemy's coming from, a doorway, something like that, where you can just shoot through walls, and that's probably where the best use you're gonna get from this operator. If people are behind a wall and they're not expecting you to shoot the LMG, it has really good penetration, so you could get those easy kills if you do it like that. But overall, he isn't that useful of an operator. Once again, I'd rather use Capkin because he has the same weapons, but on top of that, he does have the tripwire, which is a lot more useful than the actual mounted LMG. So overall, I don't think he is that useful. Is he underrated? Not really. He's more underpowered per se. His LMG does definitely work against people, but you are such a big of a target that it's almost like a double-edged sword in that manner. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a comment to say what's your opinions on the Tachanka operator in Rainbow Six Siege. Make sure you subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video.